Hi everyone, my name is Kevin and this is Nikki and welcome to Exploration Theme Parks, and today we're at Six Flags Over Texas, the OG. Oh, and there's Caleb too. Let's go. All right, so it's currently like 5:17 a.m. in the morning, and we're getting ready to head out to Ontario Airport to head to Texas. And it's our first time traveling with little Caleb, so it'll definitely be a learning experience, and we will let you know how the travel day goes. And here's Nikki with her baby carrier ready to go. Let's go.
Ready.
All right, we made it through security and now at the airport. Huh, Caleb? He's about to eat breakfast. Yeah. And then we're on to Texas. And there's Nikki.
Hi.
And there's Mama Nikki. And Caleb is under there sleeping, waiting for our flight to arrive. Here we go. On the plane. All right, we made it to Dallas. Caleb, how was your first flight? He loved it. Have to try Whataburger out here. All right, so yesterday we got into Grand Prairie, Texas, which is super close to Six Flags Over Texas. Long travel day, but Caleb actually did really good on the flight. Really good. Yeah. Tell him. Okay. We'll go. And then he slept well last night. And last night we had to try Whataburger, being from California and always having In-N-Out, even though they have In-N-Out out here now. I will have to say, In-N-Out reigns supreme. Goliath, Titan, that has a repaint. All right, we just parked at Six Flags Over Texas. And we got Caleb all ready to go. It's a little wind right now, but it's nice because there's a cloud cover, so it's not super hot. One note, their cement for their parking lot is similar, if not worse, than Magic Mountain. Busted. All right, we made it in the park. It looks like they're doing some work on the front entrance. So maybe not the best first impression just because they're working on it, but we are officially in the park. Too bad Caleb's going to sleep. There's Bugs Bunny! Here's like their Bugs Bunny world, but it's called Bugs Bunny Boomtown. I think we're gonna head to Mr. Freeze first over yonder. Looks like Aquaman Powerwave is not currently open. And then it just said Mr. Freeze went down, so I'm not sure what's going on here. Having a Six Flags day already. Pandemonium first, let's go. Alright, first ride, Pandemonium, Gerstlauer spinner. I've been one on in American Dream. It's a fun family coaster, family somewhat thrill. Pretty smooth, got some really good spinning on it. And it's fun if you're like with a crowd because like you're facing each other on it. It could be awkward if they're awkward people, but good ride. And then here's their version of the big red sky tower. So, Caleb's currently sleeping. Look, they got dinosaurs on this antique car ride. That's pretty cool. There she is, New Texas Giant. I believe the first one to be RMC'd. Let's go see how she rides. One thing that we've noticed is their speakers are really, really loud here. Like, I'm all for the music, but it's pretty loud. Looks like we gotta take this crazy random pathway to get to New Texas Giant. Oh yeah. It's definitely a maze back here. So we got flash passes because obviously we got the baby. And the flash pass entrance is all the way over here. And the main entrance is over there. And then there's Titan over here. It's just like weird how where some of the rides are on this park.
Keep your bottles, please make sure you get off in those rows. The traffic is not a stopping point. All trains have been checked. All clear, have good.
Just got off of New Texas Giant. Definitely a lower tier RMC. At I'd say four nice pops of air time. Definitely doesn't toss you out of your seat like the newer RMCs. What did you think of New Texas Giant?
It was fun.
Definitely not as good as the other ones, but I mean it's the OG. I'm pretty sure that was their first one they did. So pretty good for like thinking that it was the first one RMC did. Alright, time to check out Runaway Mountain. Pretty sure it's an indoor premiere rides. I think I've done this one at Great Adventure. And into the mountain we go. Let's go. Alright, back row. Alright, just got off Runaway Mountain. Kind of like the Temu version of Space Mountain. It's just like in a somewhat dark warehouse. Some ominous sounds. I will give it that it has some forces on its helixes and it's all like to the left, which I think is similar to Space Mountain at Disneyland, but not too bad. Alright, time for Aquaman Powerwave. They actually opened it up, which is a good sign. Only one train.
just got off of Aquaman. I actually really enjoyed that one. It was fun. Didn't get really that wet. It was a nice misting and like a few drops, which actually felt nice. Not sure if you get more soaked on other seats, but very low throughput. More so is because they only were running one train, and they do have the turntable that can run 2 trains, but only 1 train was on the track. So yeah, but fortunately I had flash pass today, so it wasn't too bad. All right, so I think it's finally time. We're gonna try to do Mr. Freeze. It's gone down like a couple times during the day. So finally booked the flash pass. It's running. So let's go. All right, we've made our way into, like, I would say, the DC universe. And Mr. Freeze is right there. There's Batman, of course. And yeah, we've been, it's still pretty humid and warm in Texas right now, that's for sure. But look at the station, here it is. The coolest coaster on the planet. First time using the elevator because of a stroller. There's Mickey going on the reverse side of Mr. Freeze. Let's go.
Now 70 miles per hour and then climbing to over 24 bone children's stories.
All right, we just got off of Mr. Freeze, did the reverse blast. Might not have time to go on the front blast. But man, that was really fun. That was super forceful, super chaotic, pretty smooth, a little bumpy, but it added to it. What'd you think?
It was fun. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was really fun. Now for another Batman clone, let's go.
Hands up, hands up, hands up, and start flying, come on!
Alright, Batman, you know, it's a Batman clone. A little rattle to it, you know, nothing special. But they do pack a punch for, you know, being an invert, but they have such a tight layout that, you know, it is pretty forceful and snappy. Just got off a mini mine train. That was epic. No, it was a really fun kiddie ride. Almost got some airtime, but now for the runaway mine train. Let's go.
In the black bins. And welcome back, riders up, you guys in.
So got off the mine train coasters. Honestly, think I like the mini train better. The runaway mine train seems really old. It could be like the original from Arrow, but yeah, the profiling's weird. The ending was cool with the little dark scene and then like the final drop, but yeah, super odd mine train coaster. All right, time for Shockwave, old school Schwarzkopf. Let's go.
Exit that way to that blue gate bottom with air.
All right, Shockwave was a surprising fun coaster. The two loops were forceful and it's pretty smooth and got a nice couple pops of air time, so not too bad. Yeah, so it looks like I'll be missing 2 credits here today, and that is Judge Roy Scream, Classic Woody. A little bummed about that. That says closed due to weather, so I mean, not gonna wait around. And then also the Joker, which is a 40, you know, spin coaster. I've been on a couple of them. That one's been closed. I think it was open earlier, so I'm not too sad about that one. And we made it to Goliath. I mean Titan. Let's go.
Clear, enjoy the ride.
Alright, just got off of Titan, Giovanola. You know, obviously I have Goliath at Six Flags Magic Mountain, and I have to say, Titan over Goliath. It has an extra upwards helix that was really good. I even got a little floater on that one airtime hill, and even the ending helix was still pretty forceful, so Titan all day. Alright, so that does it for our day at Six Flags over Texas. We're kind of on the go because we had to stop with obviously the baby and Caleb, but got on everything I could except for Joker. It was closed down, and Judge Roy, I don't even know. That was closed, but hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for upcoming videos, and remember, never stop exploring theme parks. Woo!